thank you, Tommy. We're back, and I'm here with Mr. Green and Marcia. I'm sure you've heard that more than once. And we want to talk about the Amador County Animal Response Team, because this is so important. You people did such a fantastic and a wonderful job when we had the fire, and we go through all of these different catastrophes now and then, and people don't understand how you have to be prepared. So, Mike, why don't you lead us off and tell our viewers what needs to transact, and how you need to be aware of the fact that if you have animals, you need to know what to do.
You definitely need to know what to do, and we spend a lot of time training so that we can train folks or explain to them what they need to do. First of all, for all of you that haven't heard about what we are, is ACART, the Amador County Animal Response Team, and it's a volunteer organization. We're only funded by donations from the good folks in Amador County, businesses, and all you citizens. And we have two main goals, and that is that we will provide shelter for displaced animals during a disaster, and we have a public education feature, which is what this kind of is part of, where we go out and we speak to groups, and we just try to get people prepared for disasters.
Right. It's always important. I know I have an emergency kit just for my animals to get ready to go, and I think it's really important because I live way up high, and we can have wildfires anytime.
Right.
And so I have this fixed up where I have water, their dish, I have a blanket, and then I just grab food and go. My animals are very, very important to me, and that is vital. And it's not hard to do. All you can either get a backpack, or you can get one of those plastic tubs and just throw things in there that you feel that if you're displaced for 3 or 4 days, you've got enough water and food for your animals, unless you have obviously large animals, and you have a different situation. But tell our folks what they can do, Marcia, in preparing for this, or to come to see you to get prepared for this.
Once they're at the shelter, or at our, generally we're at the fairgrounds, so
Right.
Once they're there, then that's our job, is to make sure they're fed and cleaned and have good bedding and watched over and that type of thing. So
Yeah, I think what you were looking for was, I got to tell you, you're a success story. For us, you're a success story.
Well, thank you.
But the other part is
important.
that how many escape routes do you have
Right.
from your house?
Right.
How many places can you take your animal? Do you have somebody that you're partners with? I live on Quartz Mountain Road, and we all know each other's storage facilities. So if something happens, I don't want to really have to take my horses all the way to the fairgrounds.
Right.
Depending on how the fire is breaking, I could take them down the road to another arena, to another safe spot. Those are all things that are there. We've got a website which has an awful lot of information on it, more than I can give you and more than you can absorb at 7 o'clock in the morning. But some of the things that we're looking for are additional people. We're always looking for help.
Mm-hmm.
Like any volunteer organization, there's constant turnover. So we have to keep adding new people.
Sure. What is some of the issues that when you're trying to train somebody, what are some of the issues, or what are some of the things that they need to know for sure?
well, like handling the large animals, you have to be comfortable with that, and you have to be aware of what type of stall to put what horse in, and not to put stallions next to the mares, and that type of thing. So, and we keep the cats and the dogs separate, and everybody has their place.
Everybody has their place, and what we do is, so that all of this happens correctly, is that we have an awful lot of training going on. We just finished first aid training, and the reason we finished first aid training was not to take over for Red Cross.
Right.
What we did was we started to look at, especially the last couple of fires, is that what if one of us got burnt or got cut or whatever else. So we just finished first aid training, and we think it's very important for us.
What I need to ask you is that if anyone is interested, where can they reach you and to get information to enable them to come to one of your classes?
Actually, I was going to say, we have classes every month. We have a website. Okay, we don't have an office. We're a group of folks that are out there. We don't have an office. We have a website where you can communicate with us and we can communicate back with you.
Our
Okay.
meetings.
We have meetings the second Wednesday of every month.
Okay,
And on the second Wednesday of every month, we do some training, okay?
okay.
So,
Telephone number real fast.
don't have a telephone number,
Just
got a
website.
website. And what
ACART?
you want to do is just do ACART Amador. Put that in your browser.
Okay. We
Okay.
got to go to a hard break. Thank you, both of you, very, very much.
Thank
Went
you.
by
So much.
This
Thank
went by
you.
too fast.